I know I wrote a book, right? It's called Buy a Game and it's free. Click the link down there, you got it.
DreAllday.com.
What's going on, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllday.com. This week's motivation: freedom is not free. And freedom is something that you want. Freedom may be something you think you already have, but there are certain things that are enclosing you, certain things that are holding you captive right now that you might not even know are holding you captive. And I'm going to uncover those, a few of them, in a couple minutes of this video, and you're going to learn how you can get yourself free from all those things. Because the more free you can make yourself mentally, even though you may be free physically, if you live in America, you may be free physically if you're watching this video, but there may be some things that are holding you captive in your mind that will give you even more space to move, more freedom to move than the entire country of the United States or wherever you happen to be from. What do I mean by this? First thing you got to understand about freedom is that it's absolutely not free in any way you want to talk about freedom. Or we're talking about freedom from slavery, you're talking about freedom from oppression, freedom to be whoever you are sexually, freedom to think how you want to think religiously, freedom to believe in what you want to believe in. None of that freedom is free, because if any of you read a history book, I don't know about the ones they give you all in school, because a lot of those are filled with bullshit, but history books you can go get from the library or from an educated person who's older than you. Listen, people have given their lives to become free. People have given their lives, they've given their happiness, they've given of, they stayed alive, but they didn't live the life that they completely wanted to live because they wanted to create freedom for the next generation. All of you know about this. I mean, if you read, again, any history, look on YouTube, there's some history, you can find plenty of occasions and stories about people who have given of themselves to create freedom for whoever was coming next or for whoever was going to stay around after they were gone. Now, again, you may already have that type of freedom, but the type of freedom I want to talk to you about today is the freedom that comes in your mind, freedom in your confidence, freedom to believe in yourself, freedom to know that you can actually reach your objectives in life. And what you have to understand is every excuse you make, every time you say I can't, every time you compare yourself to another person and say, well, this person has it because they have this, this, and this, and I don't have this, this, and this. Every time you do that, you're putting yourself deeper and deeper and deeper underground underneath that cell of the jail, the cell of the prison. This is prison. I think jail is short-term, prison is long-term. I believe. I don't even need to know the difference. I don't want to know the difference. What you need to understand is that every excuse, every reason, every time you feel sorry for yourself, you are putting yourself deeper and deeper into the prison that is keeping you away from being free enough to think the way you need to think, to become the person you need to be, to take the actions that need to be taken to get the result that you want. So all that stuff goes in order. You got to think a certain way to become a certain person. The way you are, when we say being and who you are, that's based on what you're thinking. Who you are is based on what you think. But if you're thinking excuses, you're thinking I feel sorry for myself, you're thinking this person has an advantage that I don't have, you're thinking, well, politics is getting in my way, you're thinking, well, I'm never going to be successful because I don't know this person, or the coach doesn't like me, or I'm too short, or I'm too black, or I'm too white. Every excuse, every time you feel sorry, every obstacle that you believe is in front of you that's not actually in front of you, you can't see it, feel it, and touch it, each one of those is further enslaving you. Each one of those is putting you deeper. Each one of those is giving you more time behind bars. And the only way you're going to get free, and let me get clear on this, the only way you're going to get free is you have to pay something. You got to pay to be free. That's why I say freedom is not free. You got to pay. Now, paying does not necessarily mean money. Paying can mean with your time. It can mean with putting yourself through hell when it comes to the way you think. Putting yourself through hell with the way you take care of your body, or what you're doing work-wise, or what you're doing education-wise. But I want to add in this caveat here, because some of you may say, well, I'm willing to work as hard as necessary. I'm willing to keep working hard. I've been working hard. I worked hard already today, Dre. Let me get in this caveat right here, is that whatever you've already been paying obviously ain't enough. Say that one more time. Because if you think, oh, I'm just going to keep working hard as I have been and things are going to work out based on what you said, Dre, no, no, no. Whatever you've already been paying up to this point obviously is not enough, because you're still in prison. If you are still imprisoned by excuses, by feeling sorry for yourself, by these obstacles that you have created on your own that are not actually real, if you are still imprisoned by those, that means whatever you've been doing your whole life up to this very day is not enough. That's not enough of a payment, because you're still in jail. How are you going to get out of jail doing the same thing you already been doing? That's what got you in jail in the first place. It doesn't mean you got to drop everything you're doing, but it will require some different thinking. Maybe you got to start doing some different things. Maybe you got to start doing some new things. Maybe you got to stop doing some things. But whatever payment you've been giving got you to the point that you're not completely free. And if you have any excuses, you have anything that you say, well, yeah, I know I can be successful, but if you ever thought like that or spoke like that or wrote like that, you're in jail. And what you've been doing up to this point got you in, some part of it got you in jail, which means if you keep doing the exact same thing, you're just gonna live the rest of your life in prison by your own creation, in a jail that you created yourself in your own mind. And the jail in your mind is much bigger than any jail you could be put in physically, trust me. So what you're gonna take from this week's motivation is this. If you wanna be completely free mentally to think how you wanna think, because if you're thinking about excuses, I don't think that's the way you wanna be thinking. You're not free. You're imprisoned by your own beliefs. You got to think how you want to think. Then you'll be the person who you need to be. You'll take the actions, you'll get the results. But first, you got to change these thoughts. And you're going to have to make a payment. You got to make a payment. Read my book, Ask Yourself a Better Question. So you can learn how to think differently. The different questions you ask yourself will lead to different answers. And the different questions and answers you ask yourself, that is all of your thoughts. Your thoughts is a series of questions and answers. Ask a better question, get a better answer, get a different result, because you'll be a different person. Everybody following that. Work on your game. DreAllday.com.